And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season. And we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 46, here's second down and a yard. Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 43, here's second down and 7. Now Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can have those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
On the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only got 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos! Marvin Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Down for a throw tip, but he still got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and 10, Young. He's got a man. That's Marshall. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. The Panthers are 12-4 now on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around in this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First down, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 74 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. There he goes left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A give to Williams, running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both leaders doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
52.
Here is Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Able to convert on 14. A terrific play call. And the big question on this final Sunday, Week 18, could he run up enough pass yards to set the single-season all-time record? It's held by Peyton Manning at 5'4", 7'7". He's within shouting distance, so we'll see what happens and how much they let him throw the football here in this finale. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 2nd down, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Javonte Williams on his horse. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They give it to Williams, running right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Oh, some strong running. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Ready.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Strike.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Young being chased out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he's going to force a throw that time. But nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
A first down throw for Young. This is caught inside the 15.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 series.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Check smash.
Sanders trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Young takes it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bryce Young scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Williams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys in front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they stop him up short of the first down as they give him about the 43. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. Pass midfield, look out. And he will be out of bounds. So no touchdown on the missed field goal return here. And on that wild note, we will come to an end here in the first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we talk about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Williams running left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he is caught. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Mims in motion left. On 2nd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Williams, no gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners of the defense have come out almost in physical action, watching what's happening right now. But it's too, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Young to throw it. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, go Fury.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down to 14 yards. Good for a Panther first down. Another carry there for the offense. Second leading rusher. We've talked on air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for it.
I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether it's first or second, even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
A play fake. Now Young. Sliding out of the pocket. Here's Johnson with a reception. At the 25. Another nice game. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Check two. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Ready, ready. Ultra. Go ultra.
One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Ready?
They'll run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
Right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Wilson on first down. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Wilson on second down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
Just checking. Kind of a fine line when you set up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Wilson. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Sanders toss left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This defense is on the line.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball off. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Young off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, and his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now. 1st and goal.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone, powering his way forward. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down the touchdown on the 4. They just need to keep working their way downfield. When they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
10 cycles. Steal. Just steal.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Here's 1st down. Now Young. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This is 1st and 10. Young.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of down. Check. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock. Check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Here's Young. It's caught by Sanders.
I think I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here we go.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Strike, 97. Hey, check Lega. Ready.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Hey, let's go. Let's go now.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Strikers, 3-3. Ready?
Young to throw. On the move to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
43 right. Come on, boys. Smash, smash, cut.
Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they... They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's taken on the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Young.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this